Hi, it's Alisa from the Ripple Effect. Happy Thursday. Something I wanted to share with you today is related to releasing the weight of what we perceive other people are doing or thinking or saying, and specifically related to ourselves. And what I mean by that is I had an interaction today with someone that I was pretty sure wasn't a big fan of me, and I was not really looking forward to this interaction. My experience had been, you know, the energy I would say between us, I wouldn't say it was tense, but it wasn't always the most pleasant. It felt just a little edgy to me. So I just had this perception in my mind that this, again, was not someone who was a big fan of mine. And not that I only want to talk to people who are big fans of me, but it was just, I was a little uncomfortable. I was a little concerned. I was like, I'm not looking forward to this, right? And so I had in my mind this story, and I was having an uncomfortable feeling completely on me to feel that way, to choose to feel that way. And so I was, I was having this feeling of dread, which, as most of you would agree, I would imagine that that's not a comfortable, enjoyable experience, right? And the whole purpose of this channel, the Ripple Effect, is to bring joy and to focus on joy. And I've really been focusing on and having more joy in my life and sharing ways to have more joy in your life. So anyway, I have this interaction, and this person is saying to another member of the meeting, "Oh, I really like her." She's referring to me. "I really like her style, and I'm so glad that she's going to be part of this, and that's fantastic." And it was all these positive statements, and I remember feeling kind of, well, really surprised. And then after my surprise, of course, I was like, "Oh, isn't that nice?" And that felt so good. But ultimately, it's like, Alisa, I'm allowing myself to have these emotional ups and downs that are not even based on reality. And I'm basically, I don't want to say something as extreme as torturing myself, but I'm putting myself, me, myself, and I am putting myself in this position of having a negative feeling that's not based on any reality that I'm aware of. And why do we do that to ourselves? My whole point today is, let's not do that to ourselves. And what is the answer? There's a lot of advice and guidance out there about, don't take things personally. And I'm definitely a big fan of that belief. Don't make assumptions, and make sure that you know the facts. And then my question to myself is, well, who's the judge of what the facts are? And so I have all these thoughts going on in my mind, but ultimately the bottom line is we are all worthy of having joy. And at that same time, we are completely responsible for our own happiness and what we choose to think and feel. And so I'm sharing this experience with you, to encourage you, as I encourage myself always when I talk with you, to just find ways to not beat ourselves up so much, and to just, on one hand, be okay if we think someone doesn't like us, but maybe we can talk ourselves into not dreading interactions with people that we think may not be big fans of ours, or maybe we have reasons for how we feel, but just to not just to try and ease that tension, because we want to be happy. We all deserve to be happy, and we do it to ourselves. So my message is, let's stop doing that and find ways to um, definitely show ourselves more grace. But something I'm also working on is having more grace in my heart and mind for other people, even if they are acting in ways I would prefer they not do. And this could be a really long conversation. I could go on and on about it, but I wanted to just share, it's going to start with how we choose to think, feel, behave, myself included. And if we want to be happy, it's got to start with us. Again, everything I share here is nothing new to you, I'm sure. But I do think as humans, it's always nice to have another perspective and to be reminded. I personally need to be reminded over and over and over. And I just find, even as I'm talking about this, I'm just kind of laughing at myself because it's like, oh my gosh, you know, all of this, it could have been prevented. But we're learning here. And, thank God that we're focusing on it and we're doing our best and we're making effort. And every day we improve, a little more and a little more. And as Abraham Hicks says, it's never done. We're always growing, we're always evolving, and it's never done. So let's be proud of our effort, however minute it is or however big it is. So I wish all of you a beautiful, wonderful day, a fantastic weekend, and I look forward to talking with you next week. Take care.